Do you want to start off yours, and I'll start off mine?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you when
Alright, you
mine's
go first.
online. And I'm online.
Hi, Caleb's viewers.
Hey, forgot what your name is now.
Levine. Just call me Loaf.
Love. Okay. Hey, Love.
Hi.
So.
I'm gonna start off mine quick.
And I'll point out.
Hi everyone. I'm Levine, also known as Love and Loaf. I'm here today with Widowed Wolf. So say hi.
Hellos.
And today, what are we talking about?
We're discussing gun debates.
Yeah, we're basically discussing gun control and violence. And check out his perspective in the description.
Hit the stream.
And yeah, he's streaming. I don't know if he's gonna leave it up or not. So I guess.
I'll leave it up.
Alright, sick.
I'm not scared of YouTube.
So check out his stream. It obviously won't be live by the time I post this, but you know, that's pretty cool. You know, yeah. I'm also, yeah. I'm a bad YouTuber. So do you want to start it off, or?
Okay. So personally believe that we have enough restrictions on guns to a certain extent.
And I personally believe that we don't.
Yeah. So I want you to tell me one way we can make it better.
Okay, so I think we already do have some form of background checks, etc., to determine whether or not you can actually get guns. But I personally think if you're on, I think we should consider making it a law that if you're on or have been on antidepressants, like certain antidepressants, in the past within 6 months, you should not be allowed to buy a gun. And I think that's one thing we could do to help the situation.
Actually, I have something to debunk that one. I found out a while ago that there actually is a law against people who have mental symptoms like depression not allowing to have a gun.
There is.
Yes, but they still get access to them because of parents, friends, and family, because they have access to them.
Alright.
Because that's where they keep getting their weapons to kill themselves for odd reasons.
But where did the recent school shooter, Nick Cruz, get his gun?
His family, I believe.
Did he? Because I was told that he purchased. I'm not sure. I think this is something we'll have to do further research on. But that's a question to be answered. I can look this up after this game.
Yeah.
Since I'm already out of space. Nick Cruz. It was bought legally.
Oh, you bought his? Okay,
Yes.
but what mental issues did he actually have during his lifespan?
Well, as you heard, he lost his mother.
That's not a reason to be depressed, though, for some people.
Is it not?
Well, for some people, yes, that is a very big deal, and I feel a lot of sympathy for them. But there's actually a ton of people out there who have lost their family, hurt their mothers, and they've gone over it very quickly, or took a long time for them to get over it. But still, they did get over it.
Well, when did his mother die is a good question.
That is a great question. I personally don't know. I never really looked into his shooting. He was actually probably one of the only prominent shooters out there.
What do you mean, like, by that?
Prominent? He actually did something. While other shooters in our America have only gone 2-3 people at max, other countries have a lot less school shootings, like by almost, I would give it around 80%, because America has had around 150 last year, and other countries had ranging from 7 to 1. And those 7 to 1 actually killed at least 10 to 40 people in their shooting.
Interesting. But what about just branching off, not even just about school shootings? What about the Las Vegas shooting, the Pulse nightclub shooting?
The Pulse, that one I'm not sure about. I've never heard of that one. But
You never heard about that one? The night in Orlando, the nightclub in Orlando?
no, never heard of that.
I don't remember when it was. It was
How many people got hurt? Or, well, not say hurt, but killed. Hurt can be...
I'm not sure.
Not sure. If it's under 5, that's usual America, but...
It's not under 5.
It's not under 5?
The Las Vegas one. I'm pretty sure the Las Vegas one was 26 deaths. I'm not sure about the nightclub one.
26 deaths, huh?
Yeah.
At least this ain't like every other debate I see.
And what about the other school shootings too?
Other school shootings like.
Or the one concert shooting.
I remember there being a concert one, but I don't remember the death toll. That is what we're looking at here, though. That's what I'm pointing out. Like how many people actually died. People getting hurt, that I'm not interested in because they can heal, they can mend, they can live.
A lot of the time, though, gun wounds aren't that treatable. Like,
yes.
Yeah, if you get shot in the arm, you get shot in the leg, but sometimes people have been put into comas or just critical condition.
That is very true.
Healthcare bills.
Mm-hmm.
You need to remember. So it's expensive. Surgery is expensive. Hospitals are expensive.
Mm-hmm. I completely understand that. Everything around that line is expensive. But nowadays, healthcare is actually getting cheaper if you have the right credit.
Yeah. And
see, if
example,
you use the right people.
Obamacare, I have free healthcare.
But Obamacare was gotten rid of last time I checked, correct?
Nope. Trump's trying to get rid of it, but.
There's a good and understandably why he's trying to get rid of it, and there's a good reason why they shouldn't get rid of it.
Yeah, exactly. But that's not what we're talking about. We can say that for another video.
Yeah, that can be another one.
So, death toll, America shooters in general don't really achieve much other than spreading terror and killing people. And
yeah, I completely agree.
17 people in a school shooting, and that's a bunch of kids. That's still a big number.
Yeah, 17 is a large number. I will guarantee that as one of the larger school shootings out there. But when we're talking about quantity over quality over quantity, we have the quantity, but the quality of the shootings, let's just say they act more like a terrorist than anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
They only cause terror, and then their mission is done. That's the only thing.
So let me ask you a question. If you don't think we should restrict gun laws, what do you think we should do about it? Because now that we have social media and stuff, shootings, like there have been plenty of mass shootings just that everybody knows about now.
Yeah.
But so what do you think we could do to have less shootings?
What could we do?
If we don't restrict guns.
I say we force it to be had that everybody has to take a gun safety class and learn how to use it, because there is a small percentage of people who are dying because they don't know how to use a gun or what a gun is, and they classify those as suicides.
These people, but we're talking about mass shootings,
sorry, yep, I got that wrong.
People know how to use guns, okay?
Well, the ones in other countries.
So what can we do to stop them?
Stop them?
Because teaching them how to use a gun is not going to stop them. That's just going to help them.
That is going to help them. But maybe, I would say a good way is to have it mandatory for people to go hunting. I think that's a great starter point. There's actually a good point with it. I have a great point with this. Because if you go hunting, then you know what it is like to take a life. What I learned from my hunting experience was life is precious.
But I know specific people. We live in a pretty big area that everybody basically hunts here, right?
Mm-hmm. Give or take.
And oh my goodness, I can say that personally. I feel as if people enjoy that, and if every person in America were to hunt, what would we end up hunting in the end?
True.
I don't really think, and plus people live in gigantic cities. I don't think that would be very effective. Because, yeah, places where you can actually hunt, like here, you're not really going to hear about a mass shooting. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, we could make it so people with mental health issues get better care.
That is
that is
yes.
an issue.
I
because you talked about earlier when we were talking homicides versus
I actually have a good way to improve gun laws then. So instead of it being asked for people to be taken for if they have depression, for them instead of being asked, because I'm pretty sure most states don't require you to get a therapist if you are depressed. So make it mandatory where you have to have a therapist if you have a serious case of depression.
But do you know what % of people who are depressed or have mental health issues don't get help and don't tell anybody?
Probably because they just...
There are also cases, I know plenty of people that therapy makes them worse and therapy makes them
worse,
go out of control.
Yes.
Like it's a really gray area when it comes to mental health and things like that. See, this is an issue that is going to take a lot of time and a lot of good minds to solve.
Yes, I completely agree. This is a very difficult issue. But now I think we kind of went off subject with going to the depression area.
Well, I'd say nobody in their right mind.
Well, now we're talking about depression and how to solve that. Where we've kind of strayed away from the main task here.
All right, I have a question then.
Okay.
To this background fact. How do you feel about arming teachers?
Arming teachers, I actually think that's a reasonable idea. To an extent.
Now this is where we can disagree again.
Well, there's a reason. My reason mainly is because, think about it this way. If a teacher, let's have it forced where they have to have a background check. Makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because then most teachers already have a background check, but not all of them have a very good background check. Let's be honest here.
I have something to branch off of this then.
And because if we get a better background check on all teachers who go to public schools, and if there are doubts from a detective that should look into this about their mental issues, then they should not be allowed to carry a gun or have a special locked area. But also the help make sure that doesn't happen, so they don't get a gun and shoot the students for some strange reason. Have teachers with a special key locked specifically only for their key type.
Yes. Okay, here's an issue I have with that, okay?
Okay.
Mental issues develop.
That is very true. How about...
Just because they don't have issues when they get the job doesn't mean they can develop. And what if all of a sudden they lose somebody in their life and the school doesn't know about it, and then all of a sudden they want to take it out on the kids?
Very true. Okay, then there's a simple way to solve that. Have yearly checkups. But
like I said, what if they lose someone and the school doesn't hear about it and they want to take it out on the kids, and that's within the year?
That is actually a very, very good point.
Here's my theory, okay? I think, okay, so the school guard at Parkland, he didn't get there in time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'd say school guards in public schools, and I'm not shaming public schools. I go to public school, you go to public school.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say school guards, they don't really care because they don't think anything's really going to happen.
I think there should be more school guards. I agree with you that the school guards aren't doing their jobs correctly, or there aren't enough of them. Most schools, most public schools in America do not actually have a public guard. And even when they do, I'm going to use our school as an example here real quick. Our school has a policeman, one policeman come in during lunch, only at the lunch period, and then leave afterwards.
He does leave afterwards?
Yes, I have caught him leaving. He does leave. Sometimes he even leaves early.
Yeah. See, he's there sometimes during the day too.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say your school guard should be, the amount of guards you have in your school should be dependent on how many students
I agree.
are in your school. And they should be required to be in the school at all hours.
That sounds reasonable.
But they shouldn't necessarily be on patrol the whole time.
Okay.
They should be on standby, and maybe some of them are on patrol.
Or how about we go off that a little bit? How about we have school guards who are monitoring cameras, making sure people aren't doing suspicious things? Because
our school does not monitor the cameras, and when they need to be monitored, they don't do it.
Yep.
They find ways to opt out of it.
Yep. Our school likes to find ways so they don't have to steal the problems.
Yes, exactly.
And I find that as a crime, personally. That is
that
wrongful.
should be. That it's very unethical. Like, for example, our school is just messed up in general, and this is branching off a little bit.
Yes.
This isn't topic related, but like, for example, I know a student, when they got their phone taken away, their phone was sending messages to somebody else, and so like one of the staff went onto their phone, and it's just, our school is nasty. Awful.
But yes, I think all public schools and private schools and whatever schools should have a guard. At least, let's say, 1 guard for every 50 people.
50?
50 to 100.
Yeah, some schools, you have to remember, have 10,000.
Yes.
And that would open up, I just died right away. That would open up jobs, too. Because you'd be in higher demand for jobs like that.
Yes.
And the guards have to have college experience.
What kind of college?
They have to be trained in that.
Bachelor?
Isn't bachelor 4 years?
Yes.
I'd say associates.
Associates?
'Cause that's what you need to be a cop.
Sensible, but then wouldn't they just go for area and cops or becoming a police officer because of how it's actually a lot easier to get into become a cop than it is to become a school guard.
Is it really though?
Yes, it is actually.
You can't be a cop if you have mental illnesses.
So what should give you the right to be a school guard with a mental illness?
Nothing.
That's my point.
I say rules of getting to be a cop and a guard should be the same.
I think we stopped talking.
Yeah, I know. I got too obsessed with this
Yep.
game. Alright, do you have any questions or anything, comments about this?
What's a good thing to put in here? Maybe the fact that a lot of the let's branch out off of school shootings into public shootings, mass shootings.
Right?
Okay.
Mass shootings.
Yeah. They're referred to as mass shootings, but mass shootings does not have a technical definition or government.
Do they not?
No, they do not. Which
Isn't it just
shameful.
so more than one person dies, which is kind of... If you search up mass shooting definition, there is no definition.
There is no definition for that.
That's actually really disgusting.
That is disgusting. I completely agree. Like, how could...
So at that point, anything can just be defined as mass shooting,
Yes,
no matter what it is.
no matter. So, what do we do when this happens?
Oh, jeez. Oh, shoot, I just put those on me.
But back to this so we don't keep getting distracted by this game. But how could we solve what point were we just on?
Mass shootings, or that there's no definition.
Yes. Because mass shootings does not have a definition, it's easy to do as you please in some circumstances.
Yes. I'd say a good definition for mass shooting would be two or more people killed or injured in a populated area.
That is an agreeable thing.
Yes. Because just because like not that many people were injured though,
Yes.
does not mean it wasn't killed. Some people like to
Yes.
define it by kills, and that's
But
not,
there's a
shooting
problem
doesn't mean
again with that. Because you can declare it a mass shooting because there's a mass amount of people there being shot at. but there's not a mass amount of people dying.
Well, I don't think a shooting depends on the factor of death. I think a shooting does not have to mean that people are dying. I think it should just mean that people are shot. It's just shooting. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Understandable.
Like, I think that's probably why the number of mass shootings in America is so high, is because it's a definition like that. And we have to keep in mind that the definitions like that. Like, a mass murder would be multiple people dying. And I'd say that certain shootings that have happened in America could be considered mass murders.
Mm-hmm. That's very agreeable. So what can we do to solve these mass murders?
Jeez, that's a really hard one.
Mm-hmm. And what should we declare a mass shooting as?
A mass shooting should definitely be what I just said, is 2 or more people getting shot or shot at in a populated area where there are at least dozens of people.
That is agreeable.
Mass murders?
Yes, that should be a definite area.
Mass murder should definitely just be like, I think over a dozen people being killed might qualify. Like, when you hear the word mass, it's like, wow, that's so many people. And a lot of times it's just kind of not, but is. I don't know.
That's agreeable.
Like, it's kind of insensitive to talk about it that way, but at the same time, like, somebody has to do it, right?
Yeah. But let's say, okay, so what should we declare a mass murder as?
Jeez, a mass murder.
Killing, I would say 5 or more people is a mass murder.
But mass is such a hard word to use.
Yes, that is agreeable. Because of just how that is.
The word mass just seems so grand. Because, like, mass murders have been defined as, like, people define the Holocaust as a mass murder.
Yeah. But what's the point of that, too? Let's just point that out here. Because...
that's like 6 million people, and then you go and define 5 people as a mass murder.
Yeah. That's a mass murder. What we have could be called minor cases.
Minor cases of a mass murder?
Yes.
And the major cases of a mass murder. And then extreme cases of a mass murder. Like, extreme cases being Mussolini. No, wait, not Mussolini. What? Stalin.
Yes.
Hitler.
Yes. Hitler actually did less than Mussolini and Stalin.
Did Mussolini kill people is my question?
I believe he did.
Stalin's the one that killed 12 million of his own people, which
and,
I find way worse than killing 6 million other people.
Yes.
That aren't part of your country.
And Hitler didn't even just target just Jews. He targeted many different people.
Yeah.
I just want to point that out here.
And Hitler, but the difference between Hitler and Mussolini is, yeah, they target. Now we're on a different topic.
Yeah, we are. Well, we're actually still on. Oh yeah, we got off the gun area, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
So, like, all these gun topics have been already, like, declared. It's kind of like saying.
Here's my question.
Yeah.
Do you think Parkland was preventable?
Parkland.
School shooting that 17 people died in.
I wouldn't particularly say so. Because if a mass shooter wants to mass shoot, there's no definite way to stop him from doing such. Him, her, whatever definition.
Alright, my opinion on that is yes, it was.
Okay.
Because, one, he lost his mother, and so he shouldn't...
He should have been watched carefully.
And he was reported. So he should have been he shouldn't have been allowed to get the gun in the first place, which he bought legally. So I think to an extent it was preventable.
Yes. There's an extent to where there could have been precautions taken. I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
But these precautions aren't taken because there's no laws for them.
So, do you have any more points or questions or anything?
No, not really. I don't have any more points. But I do want to point out that I just want to make this a clear point. Somehow, our American shooters are not as good as the other ones.
Good.
But like, as in, let's point out here for a second.
As effective or as deadly?
Yes, ours aren't as deadly. But then we have all these other shooters running around from other countries doing 5 times the job, but they don't see them being complained about. We only see us as Americans complaining about them, even though we have more shootings but less deaths. Like Germany has a high shooter death rate.
Yes.
But America has at least 3 times less than them, even though they have almost 100 less shootings. So is it really the fact that there are these are about actual shootings, or are these just people just trying to get gun laws revoked?
Oh geez, that's a good question. I think America was very shaken up at the Parkland shooting. Parkland.
So they keep pushing these subjects.
Yes, especially since it's kids. And the kids are killing kids. And nobody's stopping kids from killing kids. And I think that's why America is so bent about it. Is that it's about kids. If 17 adults died, it wouldn't still be being talked about.
Yes.
It would have ended by now.
Unless the adults were either white or black. I'm just going to put it that way because there's no reason.
It wouldn't have been white. It wouldn't have been white. If there were any other color other than white.
Yeah, if there's a white man killing a mass black shooting, this would have been put on the news in less than 5 seconds.
Yeah, no, exactly.
But if it's like a black on black, it's probably going to be more covered up and
or like
seen
white on
later.
white.
Yeah.
Or black on white.
So, here's the question now. Is there really a way we could stop this?
I'd say yes. No, actually no, I'd say no.
There's no way to stop these shootings because the media is the one who are blowing these out of proportion.
And that's what they're doing it for, is the attention.
They only want the attention, and the attention might even be the cause of why these shootings are happening.
Exactly.
Because these kids want attention.
I'd say we can't stop people from killing each other.
As long as the news keeps exploding it out of proportion.
Exactly. People have been killing each other for centuries.
Hey,
I'm already down.
A lot of people kill for no apparent reason most of the time, besides from unusual motives.
Yeah. I think we've certainly run out of things to talk about.
Also, I just want to point out I've won both games.
Alright, well, I think I'm going to end off my video here. If you want to make it... So, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you all liked this video. Leave your opinion in the comments. Please try to keep it appropriate. Like, if you're going to argue with our agreements, please try to keep it appropriate and mature and just deemable instead of chewing us out for our opinions. We all have our opinions, and you guys do too, and we respect that. And so maybe we'll do a video on reviewing opinions. He's just shaking his head. Thank you for watching, and stick in for our next video. Should we make this a... That's a good question.
I guess we will continue because we don't care what YouTube says, right, Emma?
Right!
YouTube.
I don't want to get monetized.
Yeah, who cares? They want to monetize me? Okay, thank you. I'll be monetized gracefully, and while I share my opinions and swear all I wish. I think this is the only video I've never sworn in because I was talking about politics.
Oh wow, what a great way to distract ourselves.
I know.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope we make this a series if he agrees to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And end us off with a box. It was garbage.
Okay, well, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later, and peace out!
Yep, and I'm ending my stream here, guys. So, I hope you guys watch more of my future streams and videos. So, I'll see you all guys later. See you later.